Welcome back to another Charlotte Legacy League where we have Ruby Storm versus Yorion, Death and Taxes. In game 1, Connor kept 7 cards and Chris will have kept 6. Connor is going to be on the play in this game, and we'll see him lead off with the Plains and pass over to Chris. Chris plays an Ancient Tomb and a Ruby Medallion. We'll see him pass it back over to Connor here, who hopefully has a Thalia. He's going to play a Caracas, and there's a Thalia. So that'll negate the Ruby Medallion for now. Chris being at 18 is going to draw a Manamorphose, play a basic Mountain, and we'll see if he has anything else to do this turn, or if he's just going to pass it back over to Connor. Connor has a Field of Ruin in his hand, which is pretty nice, considering he can take out that Ancient Tomb and take Chris off of 1 more mana. It has a Wasteland as well, so that will definitely help him. We'll see probably Stoneforge Mystic here, getting a Cauldron complete. He'll get that Cauldron complete out of his library and attack for 2 with Thalia, and then probably pass it back over to Chris. Chris is at 16, drawing a Lotus Petal. So he has another basic Mountain. He can play this Lotus Petal this turn to at least get something onto the board. And he may even play his other Lotus Petals out, so he has some mana to play with here. Next turn, we're going to see Connor play the Cauldron and end up attacking over for 7. Which will put Chris on basically a 2-turn clock, or 2.5 turn clock, depending on what happens here. Alright, we've got 2 Storm with 2 red mana floating. That's going to cost 2, because of the Thalia. And he has 2 additional red mana into a Burning Wish and a Galvanic Relay, perhaps? It's going to be a Rimmed Resolve. Top 2 is a Burgy and another Manamorphose, and that'll be the end of Chris's turn. Back over to Connor. See him play a basic Plains and the Cauldron, and he will attack for 7 here. That'll put Chris down to 9. And next turn he can attack for 8. So if Chris doesn't take any damage here, we will see 1 more turn out of Connor, or 2 more turns out of Connor, 1 more turn out of Chris. Be interested to see. Alright, so we're storming here. Draw a card. 2 red mana. He's got a Rite of Flame here. That'll put him up to 3 mana. Still can't play the... Well, he can't play the Burgy because the Burgy costs 3 minus 1. Alright, so the Burgy's in play, and then Caracas will bounce it back to his hand. Alright, back over to Connor with Rashad Port. We'll see an attack here for 8. Putting Chris down to 1. And a pass and a tap on a Mountain with Rashad Port. And that probably will end the game for game number 1. Alright, we'll see a Samwise come in as well. Untap, and then we're going to see a lethal swing here. And everything coming over, and Chris dies. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like and subscribe. Connor kept 5 cards and Chris kept 6. Chris will be on the play this turn, and we'll see him lead off with an Ancient Tomb and a Ruby Medallion. Connor's going to lead off with an Aether Vial and a basic Plains. And Chris is pretty good shape here with an Ancient Tomb, a Mountain. So we'll see an early Storm hand here into a Manamorphose, making 2 red mana for 1 red mana, and he'll draw into a Rite of Flame. Storm count goes up to 2, so Rite of Flame will move him up to 3 mana. Three mana and 2 colorless here. 1 colorless floating, 1 red still floating. We'll see a bonus round. And then after the bonus round, we'll see another Manamorphose. So that's a double cast of Manamorphose. So he'll draw 2 cards. He'll find a Burgy, which he can play for 1 red and 1 colorless. Storms up to 5. He's going to get another mana here. He's going to solve to the Burgy in response to the trigger. Alright, that'll move Chris back up to 19. Definitely will dampen a little bit. Storms at 6. And is that going to be it? He's got 2 cards in hand. He could Jeskai Will, and exile 3 cards from his library. Galvanic Relay. He can cast a Galvanic Relay, which will be pretty huge here, because it'll be a Galvanic for 8 mana. Or not 8 mana, but 8 cards. That's a really good relay. And he can still use the... Okay, Jeskai Will is end of turn. So that's a really good start for Chris here. Connor's got a lot of work to do to work through this. He is a Storm player as well, so he does understand this matchup pretty well. He's just checking out everything he's got here and see if he can piece it together. What I see here, he's got a Mountain, a Burgie, a Burning Wish, an Ancient Tomb, two Rin's Resolves, another Burning Wish, and a Rite of Flame. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Chris plays his next turn. Connor is going to go ahead and pack it up. We'll see you in Game 3. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like and subscribe. Welcome back to Game 3. Connor kept 7, Chris kept 4, and Connor's on the play. Connor will lead off with a basic Plains and pass over to Chris. Chris on the tried and true Ancient Tomb Ruby Medallion. Connor out with a Thalia early, which is really good for him. We'll see Chris cast a Burgie and pass back. See if he does have the Crocus in his hand to handle that Burgie, and then we'll see an attack for 2. Chris is down to 14, and Connor will probably pass it back here. He does have a Yorion in his hand as well, so he can take out that Ruby Medallion next turn. There's another Ruby Medallion. He will eventually take out that Ruby Medallion, and he'll pass back over to Connor. And we'll see a Yorion take out 1 Ruby Medallion, and then we can see the Crocus bounce the Yorion back to Connor's hand. And then Connor toying with him, telling him Storms counts at 2. But we'll see a bounce probably next turn to see the Yorion come back and bounce and hit the Ruby Medallion. Alright, so Storm counts on 1. We have 5 mana in the pool. 2 and 2 is a Burgie. Okay, Connor's just reminding him that Burgie doesn't get taxed by Thalia, only non-creature spells do. And then he's going to play a Rin's Resolve. There's a bonus round and a Manamorphose. He can cast the Manamorphose, adding a red mana back into his pool. Off of the Manamorphose, then 2 more red mana. He'll draw a Burning Wish. Not much he can do with his Burning Wish here. 1, 2, cast that. Storms at 5. He can go get a Galvanic Relay. He could get a Grape Shot here and Grape Shot down the entire board. And that would clear the board, and he would be able to cast bonus round next turn and try and get something working here. Let's see what he does. Alright, he is getting the Grape Shot. And going to cast the Grape Shot. Where is he going to target it? He's going to target it at Connor. That is a very bold move. I believe that he should have taken out the entire board there. And I think he would have lived a little bit longer. We're going to see an attack for 4, I believe. Burgie's going to block the Thalia. We'll see an Aganjo come into play, which will deal 4 damage to the Burgie. And then he'll take 2. We'll see that bounced. And then Yorion cast again. And the other piece gone. Alright, Chris is in trouble here. He's got to deal with 5 damage next turn. Bonus round goes away. Connor's going to untap and draw. We'll see him attack with the Yorion and the Thalia. Chris taking 4 damage. And Connor playing Kataki War's Wage. Alright. Attacks all the artifacts that are not in play at the moment. Got a Rite of Flame. He's at 2 life. I don't think he can really tap anything here. Just kind of, I think this game's kind of wrapped up. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like and subscribe.